Peace, this is Jarrell with Quantum Light Consciousness. Today, I want to talk to you about why you should start your own Oracle deck. Okay, so reading tarot, reading Oracle cards, reading Numerology cards, reading any type of divination is a very powerful tactic. It's something that people use when they are looking for guidance, whether it's from your guides, whether it's from your higher self, whether it's from family members who have passed on. Divination is something that is very common in the collective and is very popular. It's something that can really calm you, that can guide you, that can speak to you, that can level and hit you with the reality shock or a reality check when you pull the right cards at the right time. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's one of my favorite pastimes, which is why I went ahead and created my own Oracle deck. I used to pull tarot, and then I'll continue to pull those. And then when I would pull cards, I would always get hit with the same cards, or I would get hit with the same lessons over and over. So if you ever pulled tarot, if you ever pulled Oracle cards, and then you ask for like a specific reading for a specific thing, if you ask for a specific guidance on a specific subject, you'll see that the cards, it's a system. It's a mathematical system. And when you have cards in a deck and you shuffle it, it's kind of like something unexplainable happens to where it creates this type of magical spectrum to where each card is like a different frequency. And these frequencies all work together as you're shuffling them. And then it's like, as you're shuffling them, you're literally in a vortex as you're pulling them. So you're literally pulling a frequency to align you with either what you asked for, or where you want to go, or what you want to happen, or what is currently happening. It's a very, very awesome thing. It's really cool. It's like actually like connecting with the universe, connecting with the ether, connecting with the beyond, and working on that to integrate those lessons as you do it is the best way to pull cards. So if you've ever pulled cards, you know that when you do it, sometimes you'll get the same card again, and then you'll reshuffle, and then you'll get the same card again, and then you'll reshuffle, and then you get the same card again. It's not a coincidence. There's actually like magic happening. There's actually things beyond the veil that are influencing your cards that are being pulled for you, depending on what you're pulling them for. So I could go all day about tarot and Oracle cards and how amazing it is to just pull them. Yet today, what I wanted to focus on is creating your own Oracle deck. Okay, so this video is like for the veterans of Oracle card readers, divination individuals, starseeds, initiates who literally have been on the path for a while, who have pulled their fair share of Oracle cards and tarot cards when they've needed it, and they know how important it is, and they know how amazing this science is, this esoteric practice is. It's important to understand that you have the same power to be able to make up your own meanings for a card, compile the cards, and then ask your higher self to guide you as you pull a card to guide you in your own life. That's very crucial for you to understand, because you are your own creator. You are your own master. You're your own spirit guide. You're your own trailblazer. When you're walking through the world, you're on your path and you're walking the path, and then you're literally making sure that everything is going right. You're making sure that you're going the right way. Things are going as you want them to go, that you're going the right speed, that you're in the right place as you're going from place to place. So when you create your own Oracle deck, that's more of the same thing, except you're personifying that experience and you're solidifying that experience. Okay. Now, if you ever wondered, like, how much effort it takes, how it can be done. It can be done very simply. For starters, you don't have to be like a master artist. I know I'm not. I know I'm not a master artist. Okay, I just draw. I would just draw meanings of experiences that I would have in the astral, and then I would draw cool things that would come to me in meditation, or I would draw things that really had a significant meaning of spiritual energy and interpretation of consciousness to me and to the collective that I would want to convey and bring across to other people. So, to talk about the creation process, about creating your own Oracle deck, it's very, very spur of the moment. So, as I was creating my own Oracle deck, I didn't even know I was creating an Oracle deck. I was just documenting my experiences from the things that would happen to me in meditation or in dream time, or while I was astral projecting, or things that would happen to me during the day, things that I would see and experience, or things that I would come to realizations about. I would take notes. Well, first I would write in my journal, right? I write in my journal about things that happen. And then I would write down concepts of art that I want to create based off of things that had happened that I may or may not have written about. And then I would create the art. And I would just do this to express myself. I would do this to be more me. I would be my inner child and be in that creative state because I wanted to heal. I wanted to grow. I wanted to develop deeper and understand deeper concepts as myself in a more spiritual level, or more of an energetic level, to where I was awakening. So I would do these things, and as I did them, each concept would come through, and I would post the artwork, and I would write about what that meant and why I had created it. So that's pretty much the process there. As an awakening individual, you kind of want to go through your life paying attention to the things that happen to you. You want to understand that, your dreams mean something. Your meditations mean something. Your astral projection experiences, if you're having them, if you work on them and end up experiencing something, they mean something. And you shouldn't take it lightly. You should really appreciate the things that happen during your experience, because many other people could be learning from them. Many other people could actually be helped by you opening your mouth and saying something, like just sharing art. Art is the most important catalyst that helped me awaken personally. It's the most powerful thing that I see that can help anybody awaken, honestly. Just because it's so prolific, it's so raw and real, and it brings through something that nobody else can bring through just with words, or just by speaking, or by writing something. It's completely different. It's visual. It immerses you, and it brings through a frequency. It brings through an energy. It hits you in the face, and it makes you feel something. All right, so that's why I do art. That's why I continue to push forward on my journey as an artist, and how I developed into becoming an Oracle deck artist, illustrator, author, and reader for other people from my own Oracle deck. So that's something you can do too. That's something that is very possible. That's something that's very honorable and helpful for others to see, that somebody could actually create the art, write about the art, and have it actually make sense when they make a card draw. So the biggest takeaway here is just to really understand that when you're creating your stuff, you're connecting with yourself, and you're understanding that, hey, if I continue this, maybe this could actually be an Oracle deck. Or, hey, if I actually understand that what I'm drawing and what I'm creating and the messages that I'm illustrating on these canvases actually mean something to me. And if I compile them, I could look back at my artwork and actually look and see where I was at this time in my life, what I was doing, what I was learning, what I was going through, and why. And I learned from it just by looking at it for myself. I can write or illustrate words that can translate into lessons for somebody else. And then that could actually help them even more. I could, like, even more can come from me just doing my own work. So that's what I want you guys to take away from it. That's why it's so important to take the steps and do the things that can help you, because oracle cards, they're actually magic. It's actually magic. Um, a lot of things happened when I finally finished my deck. A lot of things happened. I got a lot of upgrades. I became a different version of myself. And then even more stuff started to happen, and I realized things are going to continue to happen. And it's like an actual stepping stone for who you are. It actually changes you forever. Um, so that's also like a good thing to know. That's something that people don't tell you, because you see a lot of people always pushing these things like, hey, buy this, buy that, but they don't tell you why they do it, like why it's so important, how it's done, why you should do it, and what you can get from it. So it's like your own very magical item that you keep with you forever. That is the basis of oracle deck creation. It's very profound. There's a lot of meaning to it. You're going to help a lot of people, and it's a cool thing to just keep and look at for yourself. You can just use it for yourself. You don't have to use it for anybody else. It's a huge plus. It's a very positive thing. So you don't have to be a master at drawing or anything like that. You can literally just have a very simple style. It can be a beginner deck. You can write out meanings of whatever meanings that you feel like are your top values. Write those out. Have images that you want to put towards them, and then match them, and then put a deck together. Or you could go all out and actually utilize skills that you have. You can learn how to draw. You can learn how to blend or shade with color pencils. That's what I use. You use paint. You can use markers. You can use any type of medium now. Anything except AI art. AI art isn't very good for anybody. So you want to be putting actual life energy into your cards. You want to actually be using your creation energy and bringing that to a fruition, to where you can hold the finished piece in your hands. Okay, you can hold it in your hands and be like, I created this. This is awesome. This is an interpretation of the meaning of the universe to me. So when you create your own oracle deck, that's what you're doing. You're actually creating your own Tao, your own Tao of the all-in-one inclusive meanings of very fundamental concepts. That's why there are so many oracle card decks that are just so fundamental. They become legendary. Of course, the main one is tarot. Tarot is an oracle deck. That's what it is. Yet it's in its own class, to the point you just call it tarot. Yet it's just an oracle deck. Okay, because it has so many fundamental archetypes. Those archetypes have become so ingrained in the collective consciousness, subconscious, that it's just its own world. It's just its own meaning now. So you can create tarot for your own life, if that makes any sense to you, if you get what I'm saying. You can create an oracle deck with a meaning of all the meanings that are very specifically important to you, compile them with the artwork that you have, or you can create the artwork first and then compile the meaning to each artwork piece that you have, and then you can literally get with the provider to create your oracle deck print on demand. So it's a very powerful thing. It's a very powerful age we're living in. It's so awesome that you're able to do this and you're able to initiate such a practice, because 10, 20 years ago, this print on demand was very hard. It was very expensive. It cost like $5,000 just to do one printing of a deck. And it's just like, it almost wasn't worth it. Yet it's always worth it if you actually understand what you're doing. Because what you're doing is you're creating something that is timeless. You're creating something that you can use time and time again. That you can go back and help yourself grow and develop and evolve and level up in your own understanding of your own understanding. It's something that is like super powerful for an individual who is self-actualized, self-initiated, and self-educated to continue to implement and utilize the lessons that they learn on a day-to-day basis. It's always going to be very important for people to learn and integrate their own lessons and not go to others for them or not use somebody else's lessons or meanings or psychology. And that's where you start, however. That's where you start. It's absolutely okay to always start there, to always start somewhere to where you have a great understanding of somebody else's interpretation of things. And then you utilize that as a ground fundamental base work for your own conscious understanding of what you believe in. So you can build on that and then slowly individualize yourself from where you started to where you become your own master in your own level, to where you're now literally on your own level and you are who you are and nobody can take anything away from you, no matter what. I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys, how important this stuff is, and to go for it, to actually go for it, to pick up that brush, pick up that pencil, pick up that drawing pad, and actually just start creating the things that mean the most to you. Start writing down ideas for whatever you want to do, for anything that you have experienced in dream time, and then start kicking around like concepts of how you can create and bring out that into something that you can share with the world, or something that can help you first in an effect to where you'll end up helping others. Okay. So peace and love. If you guys would like a session, I do sessions at quantumlight.org. I do coaching, numerology readings, custom art, and then I have an Oracle deck that I'm just talking about, Quantum Light Conscious Oracle deck. Then I have my own apparel line, empathleague.com. Check that out. Get your own empath gear, tons of stuff. I'm always dropping new t-shirts like every single week. It's just going to keep growing. And then I also have light tools available, like pyramids and stuff also coming soon. Very high functional, very high level stuff. So peace and love. I'll talk to you guys soon.